And you change the coaches a lot of times, you know, sometimes it goes well, but it can also go the other way.
Pawła Wilkowicz, witam i zapraszam na najnowszy odcinek Sam na Sam, a dzisiaj moim gościem w programie będzie napastnik Lecha Poznań Christian Gytkajer. Zapraszam. Is your Polish good enough to read banners in the stadium?
Not always, no. Luckily enough, I guess.
Do you have them translated?
Sometimes, yeah, but...
Do you know the latest ones?
No, tell me.
Oh, there was few names from the changing room were mentioned, and I wonder how it affects the changing room.
I hope not too much. I don't know, that's how it is also to be in a big club, you know, you have big expectations and when it doesn't go as the fans and you and the club wants, you know, there will be some incidents and if you cannot handle this, you don't deserve it. So that's also the most disappointing thing that we couldn't finish it off last season, but life goes on and we will get a new chance.
Do you feel this, I don't know, anger brewing in the crowd? Or?
Of course, well, if you don't feel it, you hear it. We have very demanding fans and everyone wants to do well in Lech and we need to fight in the top of the league table every year and we haven't this year. So yeah, I understand their frustrations as well. We're just as frustrated as they are. I think it makes us stick together a little bit more. And that's how we choose to use it, to get a little bit closer in the bus and help each other, you know. We're maybe losing some games where we shouldn't, and it hits, of course, the confidence and the belief in maybe the team in some point, and it can be a bad spiral, you know, where bad things are getting amplified and getting bigger in your head that they should. And it's difficult to point the finger at one specific thing, but fact is we are where we are and now we have to finish strong.
How can you explain that such a good team ended up fighting for for upper part of the table, which was quite obvious?
Well, it's about human beings. We're not playing FIFA. It's complicated to always to have 11 players work together and have the same ideas, same mindset. It's not easy always to put together a winning team. But look at Real Madrid this season as well. You know, the greatest club in the world, lose 4-1 at home against Ajax. You know, that shouldn't happen, but it can happen to everyone, and it happens everywhere.
Free coaches.
Yes, of course. We've changed his coaches also a lot. It also hits the stability, maybe the
self-confidence.
Yeah, like it's also difficult to overcome that as players and to get 11 players working and you change the coaches a lot of times. You know, sometimes it goes well, but it can also go the other way. And as a team, we haven't performed well enough to create enough chances to play enough offensive football. We haven't really dominated a team, especially at home, for a long time now, and of course it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me as well. I rely a lot on chances, situations in the box, and
the team relies on your goals.
Exactly, and that's what makes football frustrating and beautiful at the same time. It's
because your goals matter a lot. It's like someone counted. It accounts for 42% of all Lech goals, your goals and assists. So do you like to feel the burden of responsibility? Or?
You always have this pressure on you, and the joy and the feeling of scoring a goal easily kills all those speculations and pressure. So.
But do you count minutes, like without goal?
You think about it. Of course, it kills you. It kills me if I don't score in one game. Like I want to score every game, but I know it's not possible, but I want to.
And sometimes you don't have a shot, yeah. So and an opportunity. You once mentioned in one of the recent interviews that Adama Nawałka's time was not very fortunate for you?
But yeah, of course, because we didn't create chances, so I didn't score as many goals.
But at the beginning you said, oh, he works a lot. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in my career.
Yeah, and I haven't. He did. And he worked from 8 in the morning to 10 in the evening, all the coaches. So you can't put anything on his effort in football. Sometimes what maybe happened or maybe succeeded in the national team and in Gornik didn't succeed at us. And we are also part of it, the players. We didn't deliver as we could have, and we didn't do enough.
So it's not that the burden of like new tactics, new workaholic ways of doing things just suppressed you?
Well, maybe it did, but it could also have went the other way. Football is sometimes also about performing at the right time, you know, and.
Because at the young age you were like a rocket.
Yeah, and then I had a rough time around 20. I had to take a step down. Yeah, I was very good in the youth ages, was always the best at my age and was the top scorer. And then I came up to the senior squad, maybe 17. It was a first division club, and I got an offer from a top division club, and maybe I got a little bit
carried away?
Yeah, a little bit too horny, too early, and chose the first and the best. But yeah, so I didn't play that much in Nordsjælland, the top division club, for a couple of years, and then I had to take a step down in the first division again and build myself up from the ground up. And then I went to Norway, where I really started to get success. So maybe I wasn't on anybody's lips, you know. Nobody knew about me in Denmark, and you know, you're in the media yourself, how you can.
We don't promote.
Yeah, you can promote a player, it happens, you know, and the opposite can also happen. If you don't speak about one player, maybe nobody knows about him. So I came in a little late, and I got my debut after Rosenborg, and then I went to Munich for 6 rough months.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, and that was very bad, and of course then the national team, the competition is so high, then of course someone else is getting in front of you, and I don't blame anyone for that. I understand that, and then I had to fight my way back again, and I'm very happy that I succeeded.
You've mentioned TSV Munich. Probably were it not for this club, you won't end up here in Lech. Yes?
That's also true.
Costa Runia is the coach of Pogoń Szczecin. He was a coach at TSV. He said I was the right person at the wrong club. Because someone said it's the worst club in the world.
When you was coach there?
A year before your arrival, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so that was in the difficult period as well. Yeah, it was a chaotic time, of course. You had Portuguese coach, you had a local sports director, you had a American former linebacker, American football player as a head of sports or head of, and then you had an owner from Jordan. You know, there was no like how you say red thread, like how you say there was no direction. Fantastic club, by the way, fantastic fans, and yeah, it was a sad story really. I think actually locally in the city you have more people supporting like TSV. And then
Arjen Robben's son's practice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He sent his son to this.
Yeah, okay. So they called it like a sleeping giant. And it was...
And it's still sleeping. No,
yes.
Actually it fell down.
Yeah. But yeah, big potential. Sadly it didn't work out. But yeah, I also saw that potential going there. I thought, okay, if we can stabilize, if we can go up, this could be huge, you know, but fortunately not.
Your contract with Lech was prolonged, but you also say quite openly that I am like thinking about bigger adventures. So
well, everyone should at this level. Every
course.
player should have these thoughts, and if they don't say it, they're lying. Of course, everyone is thinking you're your own business as a football player,
and this is the, let's say, interim league. I mean, everything's interim here. The coaches are interim. The team building is interim because an offer for Piątek comes and you sell Piątek.
Yeah, it's a very competitive league, I would say. More competitive than some of the other leagues I've played in. Maybe the second Bundesliga is also very competitive, but especially here you have Lechia Gdansk fighting last season. Now they're top of the table. You have yes. So everyone is beating everyone, and it's about the form of the day, who's winning, and a strong league actually, I think.
This is the league to sneer at. You know, the sneering at the league is like the main hobby of football supporters, journalists.
Of course, it's a mediocre league because you have the big leagues, but it's impossible to fight with that, of course. And you have to, as the Polish league, as the Danish league, the Norwegian, you have to respect that and find your place. And I still think it's a strong league, maybe a tiny bit stronger than maybe the Norwegian and the Danish league, at least on a level with the Danish league. And that's not to make fun of. It's still pretty strong, I think. Look at Holland, for instance. They also have fantastic players, fantastic teams. Ajax doing fantastically well, but if they have a good player, they cannot keep him. You know, that's just how it is to be a league, a sub-top league. You know, you have to respect that.
One of the readers asked me to ask you how it feels, because you mentioned Ajax, how it feels to be ahead of Kasper Dolberg in the pecking order for the national team.
Well, it was for one game. I was happy with the score, but we will see in summer. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best, and if I'm ahead of him, I'm happy about that. But we will see. Personally, of course, it was fantastic to score the goal and help the team to draw the game. So that will of course be a memory for life. It's no secret that of course I have ambitions, and of course I want to try something bigger. I can say that without taking anything off Lech. I really enjoyed living here, and I've enjoyed my 2 years so far. And if they don't want to sell, or if I'm not able to get any offers in summer, I will happily stay.
You probably thought it's gonna be like second season and then I'm off. Yeah, I will better my 19 goals tally this season, then I will have a good farewell. It didn't go according to the plan, right?
I didn't really have those thoughts. I had the thought that I wanted to improve from last year, of course. You need to have those ambitions. I still have the chance. It will be difficult, but I also see it as they have a chance to make a lot of money, potentially. They got me for free, so it's also a good business.
And you were
for
already
them.
Worth 2 million. 2.5 million.
Yeah, they bought me for 2.5
yeah.
as well, and I was free 6 months after. But that's not important. Important is that I'm happy here, and they extended for 1 more year. And if they want to sell, they can make some money off of it, and then I'm happy about that as well. So
you come from Scandinavia, from open societies you played in. You have posted your pictures like against let's tackle homophobia. How do you see the social environment of the league?
Everyone I speak with haven't criticized me for everything I've posted in the past. They just laugh about it. And that was also the intention behind it. It was just to, I saw a funny situation, and you're smiling, like everyone thinks.
I didn't mean nudes, but let's talk, because let's say in Germany you have very left-wing stands. You know, the refugees welcome in Bundesliga matches. In Poland it's the other side of the spectrum. Have you felt it, or in any way?
No, but certainly Poland is a more masculine society than maybe Denmark or Scandinavia. Of course, Scandinavia, we're more maybe liberal, more you can do whatever you want type of thing than Poland. And what is the right thing? It's always difficult to answer that.
But have you refrained from anything in Poland?
No.
Oh, so it's not that bad.
No. Homophobia, in my opinion, is very clear. I think people should be able to love whoever they want to love, so that's right.
But were there many coming outs in the Danish football? Or?
No. I think in football in general it's a problem. For sure there are somewhere. And also it's a very masculine sport, you know, you cannot show stuff like that. And I think people are afraid that they will be looked down upon if they come out. So there's actually a big case in Denmark right now. I don't know if you heard about it. No, in Copenhagen was some players called some homophobic things from the stands, and yeah, it's a big case in Denmark as well also. So it's not only...
I mean, they were offended,
but fans were shouting stuff at players, and so it's not only here. I think it's all over
homophobic.
Yes, some homophobic stuff, and it's a topic a lot of places.
Have you developed as a player here?
Of course,
What way?
Mentally, first of all. I've been away from home now many years, 7 years I think. I've been out, and yeah, I'm growing every year, more and more independent. I have a girlfriend now for the first time in 11 years. So yeah, I've been single since I was 18 before I met my girlfriend. So yeah, that was a big change for me as well.
I thought it's a long story. You know, I've seen so many pictures of your girlfriend in fishing industry.
Yeah, a lot of people are interested in it, but it's also very special. So I understand that. Actually, we met in Haugesund when I was playing there. That's 5-6 years ago, something like that. And she was studying nautical science.
So it is a long story.
Yeah, but then we went apart, and I went to Rosenborg, and she finished her study and went to work, and then we met up again when I was in Rosenborg, and she actually moved with me now to Lecha Poznań, and we sort of got together right before I went to Poznań. So
that was the change.
Yeah,
the first serious matter. Okay.
So yeah, but yeah.
Before then you were only posting nudes, and now you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you see, there's been nothing now the last 2 years. No. But yeah, I've grown up, of course, and I started to get some assists as well, and yeah, you're developing every year as a human, and especially mentally, you're getting stronger, and I'm sure we'll overcome this period as well. It's happened before, and it will happen again. You know, that's part of life.
You said Poland is more masculine. You have an interesting background. Like your entry to football was actually due to your mother, not your father.
Yeah, you can say that my mother played a little bit of football, but not really much. My father hated football his whole life, and he was sailing.
And still hates it?
No, of course it changed, but I remember always he told the story that when the bell rang, you know, in the school, and you had your 20-30 minutes free time, he always hated it because everyone was going to the yard and playing football. So it's
he was sailing.
Yeah, and he was sailing his whole life. He bought like a sailing boat. He bought everything, windsurfing, everything for me and my brother, but we never touched it. So that's kind of odd, actually. Both of us grew up and loved playing football and are quite good at it. So that's a funny story.
And your dad gets along better with your girlfriend because she's a girl of the sea.
You can say that. No, of course, my father and mother supports me very much, and I wouldn't be where I at without them. So they've been taking me everywhere and watched everything since I was like this. So yeah,
If you go out to the street of Poznań and ask anybody, did your mother play football? I can guarantee.
Yeah, but she was an exchange student in the US.
Okay.
And went to high school in the US, and there it's a lot about sports and basketball, and so I think she played a little bit there. That's it. So.
But was it club football when she was back?
No. Just like maybe a hobby in the school. So yeah, nothing really football related in our family. So that's quite funny.
Do you imagine like yourself playing here? I don't know, in 2 years' time?
Why not? As I said before, I'm happy here. Of course, everything comes down to the summer. A lot of changes, and it's upon us. So we will see what happens.
It's a revolution. You know, it's always a revolution in Lecha Poznań.
So we will see what's going to happen after the summer. But as I said many times, I'm very happy here. My girlfriend enjoyed here. So I'm fortunate enough that I think she will follow me wherever I go. So. With the job that she has, she is 6 weeks away and 6 weeks home, so
Now she's 6 weeks away? Or?
Yeah, she's actually coming back, I think, next week. But so wherever I am...
I will try to find some, correlation between your goals and the 6 weeks.
Yeah, maybe. So
maybe the big change is coming.
Maybe the big secret. Tell me if you find a connection.
I will inform you.
Yes. So she's free for 6 weeks, so she can go more or less wherever I am. So for her, it doesn't matter so much, I think, where I am.
And are you still impressed that your girlfriend can navigate such big boats?
I'm impressed every day. I cannot believe it. So it's crazy. I think even I would struggle to survive for 6 weeks out there. So the fact that she's doing it and doing a man's job, working just as hard as all the men out there, that's pretty incredible.
And you're going to be in the movie or the film?
Yeah, there is a crew following her and trying to document her life a little bit. So I think maybe in fall it will come. So that will be very interesting.
Who's more famous?
I'm more famous. No, no, but for sure this will get, of course, a lot of attention, I think, and she deserves it.